And I'm Kate Tucker here in Ohio. I can't believe we've been writing the Book of Hope together now for 28 weeks, taking a moment each day to consider things we're grateful for, and then getting together on Mondays at 3 o'clock every afternoon to share what's giving us reasons to hope. And so this week, I was thinking about songwriting. I was thinking about the creative process in general and how I find hope in songwriting and how I find so much gratitude in the ability to partake in this creative process. And I also was thinking about the joy that I find in co-writing and in writing with others, especially in Nashville, where I had been living for a long time. I got the opportunity to write with several different people pretty much every day. That would be my life when I wasn't on the road touring. I would just go into a room, sometimes with a stranger, but most of the times, even when they were strangers, we would finish friends because we would have this incredible experience creating something together. So one of the people that I had the good fortune to get to write with in Nashville and still continue to do today is a woman named Alyssa Moreno. And last year, I also got to interview her for Root and Vine about a pop-up pandemic homeschooling situation that she had going on. So today, I'm going to invite Alyssa, I'm going to see if she's here, to join us and talk a little bit about co-creation. Okay, I don't see her here yet, but that's okay. I'm going to say hey to all of you. Hey, James. Hey, Elena, Chamberlain, Allison, Funnig, Rockerin. I don't know how to say these Instagram handle names. Anyway, what's giving y'all reasons to hope? While we're waiting for Alyssa, drop a comment. And I will tell you, back to the songwriting thing, I think that one thing that I really love about that process is that you can pretty much get your feelings out and there's no wrong way to say anything. And oftentimes when you're allowing yourself to just be present in the moment and feel the feelings you're feeling and really bring that to the table, even when you're doing it with other people and it's kind of a little bit scary because I don't know, that's like really vulnerable. Then you realize that there's all these like beautiful sort of ways in which we get to connect. So think about your favorite song, a song that's really gotten you through. That song most likely came out of a real life experience that somebody who wrote the song had, and then they had the courage and the vulnerability to bring that to life, to create that experience for you to also be able to connect and feel like, okay, I can get through this. There's hope. There's reasons to find gratitude even in these difficult circumstances. So that's what I love about songwriting. But Alyssa just texted me. I'm going to check. Chamberlain, you're excited to start prepping for back to school. I can't believe that's happening. Hello, Samantha. Welcome. I can't believe that's happening so fast. Okay, y'all, I'm going to try to get this text from her, so hang tight, because I think she's having technical difficulties. Just 1 minute. Come on in. Hey, Jason Oswald. Hi.
Hey, Kate.
It's so good to see you. I'm glad that you made it. You know what? Like any true artist, you were just a little bit late, which we all expect. Oh my gosh.
Well, I'm amazed I'm only this late.
I was just singing your praises. So in telling people how I met you as a songwriter, you're breaking up a little bit. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay.
It says I'm on really strong, but I don't know.
But internet. Awesome. Well, we'll just keep on trucking. So I was telling people how we write songs together and how the creative process is this experience that I find a lot of hope in. And I also, though, I think getting to write with you, I've really thought a lot more about, and just getting to, become friends, thought more about motherhood. I'm not a mother. You're an incredible mother of three. And for me, I've always thought that maybe the most creative thing anyone could ever do is bring a human into the world. And so I wanted to ask you about, going from being a songwriter artist to, having your first son and now, having your third son during a pandemic. What's your thoughts on, the creative process and, finding hope in that, whether it be songwriting or motherhood?
Woo! Well, first of all, you're totally right. It is the most creative thing. And I always say that. Like, I fall in love with songs like they're babies, and I'll think, this is my best one, and this is the best thing I've done in my world. And then a baby comes, and I realize, oh, this is the best thing I've done. Each time. And every time I forget, like, how wonderful it is. I think that's why, as you know me, I never want to stop. There's like a biological time where having children won't happen anymore, so I'll have to just keep writing songs instead and creating. But yeah, they're directly tied. One's a real living human being that has a term, like a start and a finish, and you have to really, really embrace that,
Yeah.
Be available for that.
Tell me what it was like to get pregnant during the pandemic.
Weird. So fantastically awesome in one way, though, because, and I'm sure you felt this, and any probably people that, are out and about in the world traditionally, is I was never pulled. It was like, well, there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can miss. There's nowhere I have to be. And I think that affected him. He's my least stressed baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, he is like a little baby Buddha or something. He's so happy and chill. He didn't even cry when he was born. I was like, should we be worried? Why is he so quiet? And they said, he's just a happy mommy. He's like a 9 on the APGAR, but...
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, I remember, I think this is maybe last summer, we were right after lockdown. You and I were, traveling right before that. We were traveling all over, doing a ton of stuff with songwriting and with BAM Collective, this artist collective Alyssa and I started, and everything changed so fast. And then I caught up with you, and you were like in the backyard, like with chickens, and you had a pop-up school, and you were like teaching all the neighborhood children. And I remember like you told me that you were finding all this like joy and inspiration in that, and you were surprised a little bit by it.
That was probably one of the most fun things I've ever done in my life. And it was all encompassing, and it was first trimester, so I was so sick and so tired. But we got 8 kids together, and we converted our garage. It took like days, and adults working around the clock to make this really cool schoolhouse. And we already had chickens from the beginning of quarantine. When we could never buy eggs, we were like, we better get some chickens, because what's going to happen? I don't think anyone knew what was going to happen. At first, it just seemed like toilet paper was going to be the problem, but then it was really some basic food items, if you recall. So thankfully we had, breast milk and eggs. So like we were not going to,
there you go.
We were going to survive, but we got into gardening and even more, and raising those little happy hens. And then all of a sudden we had an 8-child classroom of kindergartners and second graders.
So cool. So now that school is out, and what do you all doing? Are you just hanging out in the backyard all the time? Are you getting out in nature?
Yeah, always. So actually, we live in the backyard. We even, in the craziness, did this above ground pool configuration. I don't know if it will ever be done, but it's enough that we can swim. It's so much fun. So we're swimming or pretending we're at the beach. We went to Serenbe to visit a friend of mine. That's like this really cool little town in Georgia that has all this edible landscape, and people just knowing each other so well that if a child is off, to a fort, you see another neighbor driving, like, I'm going to take dinner to the kids in the fort they built in the woods. It's like, one time I lost my children, and this waiter goes, oh, like the little tiny toddler and the bigger kid? And I said, yeah, I was nursing Radner, and they disappeared. He said, no problem. In this community, they'll be found in 5 minutes. Like,
oh my gosh.
To another park to the bathroom, and no one, it's like the weirdest thing. We made a friend at 10 at night. He was like getting ready for bed and saw us out the window and came down. Was like, hey, you want to go to play date tomorrow? And we'll go play in one of the forts and down the slide. And you're never inside in Georgia in July.
Wow.
So
that is intense. Oh, I love it though. So what these days, I mean, that sounds like an adventure, and I know you were just on another one last week at the beach, but tell me, like, what's giving you reasons to hope these days?
I would say, like, watching the world open back up, what my hope is that everyone remembers how good it was to slow down. Because everybody I talked to, regardless of how scared we were at the beginning, it was like, I'm home with my children. I'm not, like, pulled to do this or pulled to do that, or work for some people stopped completely, like, music business. And it was, I don't know, there was something really peaceful about it. I remember reading, like, smog has stopped in these parts of the world that have never seen a blue sky, and that was, like, magical. And if we could carry that and not have a deadly disease,
right,
stopping everyone, the combination of that's what
right.
makes me.
Yeah. I know the wildlife, like, was crazy in urban situations. It was amazing to see that life around us. But, well, I would love, I mean, are you at the piano? Are you around an instrument?
Yeah.
Do you feel like playing a song for us? You guys, Alyssa is this, like, Grammy nominated songwriter who has had all these, like, hits, and she has a new record coming out, and we get to write together sometimes, and I just love her music so much. Will you play a song?
You even sang on that record. I'm going to play this one on guitar.
I did.
You record.
Yeah, so you let me sing on your record.
Like, it opens up the album. Your voice.
Oh, thank you. Well, it was
okay, make sure this is in tune, because there's a little air conditioning situation kicking on. And I don't want to break your ears with out of tune guitar, but I'm so excited to play this because it's coming out. Gosh, it's like 2 weeks away exactly. I guess they release on Fridays, right? But I just finished the video, which stars my children, features all my boys, children and husband. So we were, like, at the beach watching it with my dad and crying.
Oh, I love that.
And it's perfect. Talk about, like, hope. This is a song I wrote for my boys. This melody used to just haunt me after Ryman was born, but it took me 7 years to write it. I just couldn't finish it. I didn't know what to say. And I think it was just having more that allowed me to finish. There's this unsettled feeling I could get. And the hour would turn to magic and the sun would set. It was something that I never could describe. It would catch me, make it hard to breathe sometimes. There's been pain and I've known sorrow, but I've never quite known this. I wake up hopeful for tomorrow and thankful for every breath I get. I have never loved, never ever loved. I have never loved before, and I have never known till you were in my arms. That I have never known for sure. I have never loved before. been days when I had nothing. Done some things that make me proud. Felt despair turn to excitement, just to watch all that hope come crashing down. Now it's that life won't go forever, and that's never made me sad. Till I think that I won't ever hold you again, 'cause you're the one best thing I ever had. I've never loved, never ever loved. I've never loved before, and I've never known till you were in my arms that I have never known for sure. I've never loved before. Now there's this whole wide world before you, so you go walk right out that door. Live your life, do what you do, dream your dreams and spread your wings. No, tell you, I have never loved before.
It's so beautiful. Oh, thank you.
Thanks, Kate.
Thanks for taking the time to hang with us today. And it's just great to hear your voice and your music. Thank you.
I'm so glad to see you. Sorry, my thing says it has all the, internet bars, but who knows? You fade in and out like a glorious, I don't know. It might be the same.
It's it looks very glitchy 90s. It's like a cool music video.
Yeah, okay, that's the whole theme of the record, so it's in total.
I know, right? It's right on brand. So everyone go follow Alyssa Moreno. You can check out her song that just dropped a couple weeks ago, Tip Jar, on Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you listen. And she has a really super cute video out for that same song that I believe was shot by your son.
Yes.
Yes.
My son, myself, a ton of old footage from the road, but Ryman, he was the director.
He's 8, right? 9? 8. Yeah. You know what? Train up your children in the way they should go. and they will go. And they will become movie directors at age 8. Thank you all for being here. It's always such a joy to get together on Mondays and talk about Reasons to Hope. Please leave your comments, #Reasons to Hope, anytime throughout the week on these posts. We want to know what's giving you reasons to hope. And we will be back next Monday. Don't forget to check out the article today on rootandvinenews.com, which has a little bit about Alyssa's experience this past year and my experience getting to know her and how grateful I am to get to write and be friends with you. So thank you, and we'll see you all next week. Bye, guys. Thanks,
Bye.
Alyssa. And we're live. It's Reasons to Hope, week 28.